Hey guys, first Guardsman here, and I'll be talking about a heroic Melta rifle build on the Vanguard class in Space Marine 2 patch 14 on the public test server. Now the heroic Melta rifle is actually a lot of fun in this game. Now the heroic perk effect here is called Thermal Charge. Shots have increased range and a narrow spread, but need to charge before firing. And now this weapon is a little underpowered at the moment. The base damage could definitely be buffed up. The ammo economy is okay, and I would say it is overall better on the TAC, and that'll probably be true in the official release. But for now I'm using it on the Vanguard because a Vanguard is still pretty good with this thing. It's just more of like a crowd control weapon for staggering at range and stuff like that, and triggering perk effects here like restoration through like 15, Hormagaunts at a mile away distance. Now for the perk tree on this, it's pretty standard. I start off with the perk here, Decisive Reload, because this perk is what enables your ammo economy on the Vanguard in the first place. Being able to execute an enemy and just get your ammunition back over and over is super strong. And next perk here is Rapid Health, moving here to the perk Trick Shot. Then I go up here for the perk Great Might, Divine Might here, Extended Magazine into the perk here First Shot. Any final perks are Retaliation and Perpetual Fire. Now for the secondary, I am using the newly buffed Heroic Bolt Pistol. Now this weapon actually got a base damage buff of 15% in patch 14. That will carry over into the official live patch, so it's actually pretty strong right now. The bolt pistol's gun strike damage here is just as powerful as a firepower heavy bolt pistol, which puts it like second place overall, which is really shocking. But for now, this is actually like one of the best options for your secondary. So for the perk tree, let's go all the way down the top tree for like all the elite hunter perks into stuff here like Headhunter and Divine Might, and that's pretty much all there is for the ranged weapon here. Now for the melee selection, I do take a block power axe. I think if you're not building for like Zone of Impact, you're pretty much always best taking a block power axe or like a White Scar's Chainsword. These weapons do a ton of damage, but the block power axe especially is very powerful in this class because power waves allow you to set up things like your Melta shots and stuff like that. Now for the perk tree here, I just go for full damage off of stuff like Repose, Perpetual Strength, Power Wave, and Cleaver. Though if you really want to skip over the top two perks here, you can go all the way down the bottom line for stuff like Discharge for your overhead damage like an AoE. That is up to you. Now for the perk tree, this gets a little bit different here. I do start off with upper hand first for no knockback, moving here to the perk Conviction, because Conviction will make you incredibly tanky on this class. This perk alone kind of solves your damage reduction issues, because without this you're actually pretty squishy on the Vanguard, so I would definitely grab this one. Next perk here is Consecutive Execution for a 90-second cooldown on like any equipment, and when it comes to the Vanguard, you really don't have a ton of damage nuking outside like your diving kick with Tenacity or like Zone of Impact, and because of that, getting that Melta Bomb and stuff is really useful for you. Next perk here is Inner Fire to get 15% ability charge back on a finished Armageddorus or above. Now we do pick up the perk over here, Grim Determination, and we are picking up collateral for diving kick damage. Now Grim Determination will give you a 15% damage buff to your melee and ranged weapon on a grapnel cooldown. However, your grapnel needs to be completely in cooldown, which means with Inner Fire you need to use your grapnel off cooldown every single time, because if you only have like one charge on CDR, you definitely, or not CDR, on like cooldown, you definitely want to have the second one be gone because you won't get any benefit from this perk. Next perk here is Collateral Damage, moving here to the perk Tenacity. After a range kill of Majoris or higher enemy, diving kicks damage increases by 130%, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. While this perk is active with collateral damage, you can like one-shot some extremis like Zoanthropes in the game. A super powerful perk interaction, a ton of fun to use. And next perk here is Grim Determination, and the final perk is Adrenaline Rush for some HP healing. Now for the prestige perk selection, I just pick up the standard assortment of Battlefield Awareness, Fortitude, Launch Restoration, and Restoration for Armor Restore, and that's pretty much all there is for the Vanguard build here. I mean, when this comes out live with the Heroic Melta Rifle, I'm pretty sure this one's getting a fat damage buff, or at the very least, like a range fall-off buff. The range is not bad at all in this thing, it's just that I feel the damage fall-off should be a little bit better than it is currently, and the base damage should definitely be upped. But hopefully this gives you an idea of what to expect in the future patch, and this weapon is not terrible on Vanguard, it's just a bit better on the tactical like most things. That's all I have to say in this one, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to catch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.
Melta Bomb ready. Died the way it lives.
Bang. Oh, we have a bunch of ammo right here, so might as well do this, right? Ow. Okay, we're actually just fucking up. That was like the freest shit ever. God, this class is damage. Not the best. Something's coming.
Bury that burrower. Tether up now. Remote bomb set. No hope and no grace. Arming up. Book available. Finished and ready. Grapple, gorge. No hope and no grace.
Vanguard is definitely a class. Yeah, he is. He certainly has damage sometimes.
That big bastard actually puts up a fight.
I miss when this class had like proportionate damage to the rest of them, but like it's just not these days.
Finished and ready.
Bolt pistol is more damage to a card effects than a Melta gun. Do it. Do it 10, film it 11. That's a cool weapon. It does the same damage as a microwave. Yeah, I need to buff up the damage, I feel. Just let it one-shot, guys. Okay, that's a bit excessive. I know I said that in my video, but like, I mean, would that not be fun? Would it not be fun to just like line up like 5 guys and just go like, and just end them? It should almost one-shot. Should do half a Majora's HP. I'll put it out there. It's just like, I don't know, if you want to have a low ammo capacity on it, do that. I think players would be more open to the idea of a slow-firing weapon that one-shots than a kind of slow-firing weapon that takes 5 bajillion shots. As we saw with the Heroic Plasma. This is the one that like only needs a number tweak though. Some of the other ones need like a straight up change to their perk tree overall. What it takes away, this weapon sure is weak. I would say it's actually not that bad. If you play it on attack, it's actually pretty good. It's just bad on the class we're playing it on.
just sent. We pulled that ravener.
Right.
Ordnance on me.
The question is, would a normal Melta rifle have performed better so far? The range one, yeah, probably. The range Melta is actually pretty good. Super underrated in this game.
Search out the consoles. Walk available. One down. Seconds to go. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. What needs rapid?
Is Vanguard getting any changes for patch 14? Not that we know of. The major overhaul is supposed to come in like year 3, they said, and not even necessarily patch 15. So, if you're holding out for that, I definitely would not.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Arming up. Tether unbound. Some wood. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Swapping out magazine.
Communion established. Transmission of blessing has commenced.
Alright guys, there we go. Look at that. The awakening status is here.
Communion with vessel complete. Ministerial authority accepted.
What's your favorite faction in fantasy? This is Age of Sigmar. Mankind, of course. What else could it possibly be?
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine god. A minister's presence is required during communion.
Finished and ready.
Blessings extended to the slumbering hermit. Awakening has begun. Attention, ministers. Communication with console halted. Biological impurity detected.
But I'm not going to use the stim. That's the one thing I need to change. My my key binding for that.
Shall expunge it from the system.
Not Skavens? Nah. I mean, I like Mankind in these things, you know. FGG's the opposite of Jake Sully. See, now you know. You fully understand.
Nothing but tyranny needs. If we are to fix this, we must destroy the spores that spawn these vines. Rotten inside and out.
Foreign biological matter no longer detected. System accessible. Resume communion with the console, ministers. Blessings extended to the slumbering. Awakening has begun.
A lot of warriors.
Console has been reawakened. Functions restored. Raytheon desire. System restoration complete.
The battle waits for us. Open the door.
That actually went pretty well. I gotta say, I'm shocked. Definitely shocked.
We are inside the fortress, Captain. Good. Head up to the cannons and remind the Xenos of whom they dare to attack.
Right, let's grab this. You know, we're actually not running out of ammo that much, which is more than I can say. I think a part of that's that the heroic bolt pistol is just very strong for this. Excuse my ignorance, which class is that? This is the Vanguard class, man. What other class could it be? Our goated epic Vanguard class that we love. Sometimes. Despite what people will say about FCG.
Finish and ready.
Okay, thanks. I'm very new to SMT. Well, this is a perfect place to be. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And also, there are plenty of guides on my channel, my YouTube channel, that should help answer any new player questions for you. What's a good FOV setting to have in this game? I use 1.25 because I think it just keeps a cinematic feel. Because the thing is, when you go into the camera settings and you go to like 1.45, the game becomes kind of fishbowl-y, and I don't like that much. So for that reason, let's hit the 1.25. It's a bit better for gameplay to play at that level, but
Let us murder it. No one people. Feel its pain before the fight. Ever abound.
ow. I'll burn into the prime.
Glad to have that side box buzzing out of my ear. Arming up.
Is the Dark Angel's robe would be on other classes? I didn't actually see it. I could check. I saw where is this Ravener go? Holy hell!
Book available.
That was odd. He was digging to the other side of the world. Any tips for playing sniper class? I'll give you the best tip you'll ever need, which is use purification, take lingering concealment, and just shoot your gun immediately after going cloak, and your cloak will be back to be used again almost every single time, which effectively makes you immortal if you just time it.
Finish and ready.
I guess we'll wrap him. We're in piss here, so.
Nothing back, brothers. Smoking out Max.
Through a wall, dude. I must have hit me in the tiniest little gap there. We do have a adrenaline rush on this build, so I'm really not too worried about any of that. Watch out.
Closing the gap. What needs grappling? Magazine out, magazine in. Disappointed.
This room has a ton of ammo boxes, so
Feel your packs,
I go
brothers.
crazy.
Arming up.
Bulwark looks cool on paper. Bulwark's just cool. Cool in real life, too. I don't know why I hit my parry button there. That's really stupid of me. Is my bolt pistol even... Okay. I wasn't sure if my bolt pistol had ammo in it, so I was like, we can't get our CHP back easily if that were the case. I think I actually hit him.
What needs grappling?
And it's just getting better at Wings of Flame dodging. That one's actually a little bit more complicated than the sniper question, which is... That was a little bit more complicated than the sniper thing, because with the Wings of Flame, you need to know where the actual perfect dodge window is on the enemy itself, because while you'll have perfect dodge frames the entire time on a Wings of Flame, on your jump pack dash, you still have to actually enter the hitbox of the enemy to get the perfect dodge off. So it's the exact same as like a perfect dodge normally, you just have a way fatter window for it. Yeah, now that we're done with that boss fight, to expand the guy who asked me about the sniper class, so ever since patch 12.2 or something like that, they made it so the base cooldown of a sniper camo cloak is only 90 seconds. And because it's only 90 seconds, that means if you hit your cloak and you break your cloak immediately on the lingering concealment for the extra 2 seconds, your cloak will almost always be back before the bonus 2 seconds of the lingering concealment perk actually runs out, which means... if you have Purification and you have Emperor's Grace as a Prestige perk, you are invulnerable and have all of your CHP back every single time you cloak, and then your cloak's back by the end of the 2 seconds of invulnerability, and you get the idea that you rinse and repeat. Any damage you do take in between, like, the split second you might not have your cloak, you're just going to purify and get back. And shooting your gun will trigger, or it will break your cloak. And it doesn't do it like the old. It also doesn't tend to trigger the failsafe. You might not have no idea what I'm talking about with the failsafe, but there's a failsafe in the game where you can't camo code cancel over and over. But it doesn't seem to work for range as much. Saw your video on that new boss in this patch, terrifying. I'll have a guide for him. He's actually not too bad. I think they're just gonna... I think part of the problems with the Terminator boss right now is that he is bugged on the PTS. Or a little overtuned on the PTS for some HP values, but like once that's fixed up, he'll be fine. You know, it's cooked when you rely on the heroic heavy bolt pistol for DPS. I mean, the heroic heavy bolt pistol is the heroic bolt pistol is actually pretty good this patch, though. Is the thing. You die.
might of the Imperium.
That's fair as a test, so you can't wait for the boss to be tuned out. So the things I've noticed about the Chaos Terminator boss is that the Terminator boss, he is overtuned, but only on like, it's because his clones have like over Majora's HP. They have like 380 HP or some shit. And to put that in perspective, a Tyranid Warrior in this game has 308 HP, and Chaos Spawn like 280 or something. So he is way tankier on his clones.
Fire the cannons.
Fortress control has been disrupted.
The Titan launches its missiles.
But the boss we're looking at right now in the game is probably the hardest this boss will ever be, so. To become pretty much invincible, yes. I would say the sniper is the most broken class in the game for strategists and hard strats because he just, or the hard strats and the operations mode, because you're not really DPS racing in these modes, you're just playing the game, and he never dies. That's pretty good. Never dying is pretty good. See? That guy died. That was bad.
Is there another we can kill? Not the tyranny dares to attack us. Ha! It does bleed. Keep away from the Xenos pollution.
So basically Extremis level HP, now it's a bit below, it's more like 70% of the way there or something, because Extremis have like around 500.
Xenos.
What the hell is this?
Might of the Imperium. Nothing stands up for
Oh, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that.
into the maw of death. The Titan launches its missiles.
I feel the grapple is actually pretty good here. You see so much damage off your kicks. Just kick him to death. Horus is coming, Heretic in chat.
Waiting supply.
It does bleed. Good. Empower the last cannons. Initiate the generators.
Any recommendations for sniper builds for Chaos Strats? I'll be real, dude. If you want... I have an undying sniper build on the channel. If you just want to take that, it will work for genuinely anything. In fact, that build is so cracked. Genuinely so cracked in the game. I might actually make a video about it, because that is probably the best build in the entire game. Or another video about like the super utterly cracked setup for it. Which is really just like 2 quirk changes, like most things in this game. But as long as you take Purification and Lingering Concealment and like legitimately any gun in Space Marine 2, I don't think that class can die. Unless you just mistime your cloak. Please don't land right on me. Why they put a better hitbox and Chaos Heads, doesn't even matter. Bolt Carbine is so good at like close range that you can just obliterate a Rubik Marine Terminator. Only a problem for the actual snipers. Hey, just watched the Soccer Bolt Rifle video. Understandably, if you run on Sniper as a base Auspex camp, if you run on Pack, and the Auspex perk supply, no, they do not.
Do not let the tyrannid's weapon taint you. See it, quake dwellers.
In fact, the Auspex scan is like, I believe it is a... It's a 20% damage buff on him to Minoris, and then it's a 15% damage buff to Majoris, 10% to Extremis, and 5% to Terminus. So the damage buff, I don't believe is as strong as the normal Auspex scan. Anyways, like it's an independent thing. I'm pretty sure. Purification is a cloak heal, yes. Hey, there we go, we did it. Look how easy that was, guys.